Right now, as you're sitting in this chair, something without a name is moving 3 miles beneath your feet. Not metaphorically, physically, at this exact second. It has been moving for the last 72 hours. It will be moving for the next 3 days. And until 6 months ago, we had no idea it existed. The Pacific Ocean at the coordinates 9, 8 degrees N, 104, 1 degrees E, that's almost directly beneath where a commercial airliner would pass in 4 hours. The seafloor is breathing, not like a metaphor, literally expanding and contracting. A thermal vent field 3 times the size of Manhattan is releasing superheated water at temperatures hot enough to melt lead, and the rock surrounding it is deforming under the pressure. When that pressure builds, the rock moves, millimeters at a time. Measurable. Real, happening now. This discovery came from a network of sensors we placed on the ocean floor in 2023. Autonomous stations down at 3,800 meters where the pressure is so intense that a human body would collapse like a paper cup in 3 seconds. These stations were supposed to measure chemistry, water composition, mineral concentrations. Instead, they detected something we weren't looking for: mechanical movement. The seafloor doesn't just exist. It shifts, it flexes, it responds to forces we're only beginning to understand. To understand what that means, you need to know what you're actually sitting on. Beneath every ocean, beneath the sediment and the water column above it, is the lithosphere, a layer of rock that covers 70% of Earth's surface. Most people learn that this layer is plate tectonics. Giant slabs that move, collide, create earthquakes and mountains. What we didn't know, what we're only now documenting in real time, is that the movement isn't gradual background hum. It's rhythmic, it pulses. And those pulses are driven by thermal expansion and contraction on a scale that makes your nervous system register something's wrong. The vent field discovered at 9, 8 degrees N, 104, 1 degrees E releases approximately 400 million liters of superheated water per day. That's equivalent to 160 Olympic swimming pools per day. The heat energy in that water is enough to power a city of 600,000 people. That energy forces the rock to expand. As it expands, it creates micro-fractures. Those fractures realign under stress, and when they realign, the seafloor moves. But here's the part that changes everything. We've now mapped 17 additional vent fields in the same region using passive sonar and thermal imaging. 17, each one moving on its own rhythm, each one releasing heat and driving mechanical deformation. And they're all doing this simultaneously in the present tense while you're watching this video. The ocean floor isn't a static backdrop, it's a membrane. It's alive with movement that has nothing to do with tides or currents or anything happening in the sunlit zone above. The thermal vents themselves are older than human civilization. Some of these geological structures have been venting continuously for over 10,000 years. But the specific pattern of movement we're documenting now is new data. What's staggering is not that the vents exist, it's that we've been blind to their mechanical behavior until sensors small enough to fit in a backpack became precise enough to measure stone breathing. What we're realizing is that the ocean floor is a system, not a collection of isolated features. A system. When one vent field builds pressure, it redistributes thermal energy to adjacent fields. When the lithosphere deforms in one location, it relieves pressure somewhere else. It's a network, and it's been operating at this scale of complexity for millions of years while we map the surface of Mars. The implications are vertigo-inducing. If the deep ocean floor is mechanically active at scales we're only now measuring, what else is happening down there that we've been too distant to detect? The average person knows more about the surface of the moon than they know about what's happening at 3,800 meters below the surface of Earth. And that's not poetic exaggeration. We've sent more manned missions to the moon than we've sent manned submersibles to the deepest ocean trenches. We have higher resolution images of Jupiter's moon Europa than we have of the Mariana Trench. There are sections of the ocean floor we've only seen once, one submersible dive, one moment in time, and then never again. If something moved, shifted, changed in that location, we wouldn't know. The thermal vent field at 9, 8 degrees N, 104, 1 degrees E has probably been deforming for thousands of years. We only started watching 3 years ago. What this means is simple and unsettling. The ocean is rewriting its own story right now while we're still learning to read the first chapter. The discoveries we're making aren't revealing what happened. They are revealing what's happening, present tense, active voice. The deep ocean isn't a museum. It's a system that's never stopped moving, and we've only just started paying attention.